everybody, welcome to today's tutorial. It's on this look right here, which is a little bit different because I don't know if you've noticed with big craze at the moment is all highlighters. It's shimmer shimmer shimmer. For those of you who have oily skin or large pores, this one's for you. It's all matte, but you've got navy and grey charcoal, a little bit of contouring and a nice nude lip. Alright guys, stay tuned, see how I did it. So I have prepped the eyes and I'm going to give you a wave and a thumbs up for good luck. Let's get into it. This is the MAC 317 brush. I'm going to go in with the two lighter warm shades here. This is our transition shade. I'm going to blend that into the crease. Just moving backwards and forwards, just build it up slightly as you go, one layer at a time. Now where this sits, you need to take it up slightly higher than where you want the dark shades to sit. This is going to be the transition between your brow bone highlight and your dark colours that you're going to go in and smoke out. And it just makes for a really even gradient and a beautiful blend, as opposed to those dark colours sitting there in a really harsh line. So we're going in with the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush to fluff out those edges. Back in with our MAC 317 for the first layer of our cool brown tones. This is just providing a base for our dark colours to sit on so that they don't look chalky and patchy on the eyelid. If you lay down a medium tone first, those colours have something to sit on and they'll look and also apply a hell of a lot easier. Back in with the blending brush again, that same Sigma one, blending those two colours together. I chose a cool brown colour on that under that crease because I don't really want to influence the colour of my navy and my charcoal grey too much. And here they are here, the stars of the show. This is the Nars duo. So this duo is called Brumes. I think that's how you pronounce it. So there's a navy tone that has a slight shimmer to it and a very matte grey colour. So we're going first in with that darker matte grey charcoal tone with the A&Q Total Cosmetics number 11 brush. Any firmly packed sable hair brush will do the trick. Back in with that Sigma blending brush. Basically you'll see this throughout, layer colour down, blend it off, layer colour down, blend it off. So we're just building up this pigment. Now we're going to go into the outer corner with the navy shade and really press that into that outer corner and just ever so slightly below that transition shade that we first laid down. Also, if you press these into the eye as opposed to swiping them on, you won't get quite as much fallout, and you will get obviously more pigment onto the eyelids too. So back with the blending brush again. So see how I'm just staying down where that colour was placed. We don't want to blend that right up to the eyebrow. Just keep working it until you're kind of happy with what you've got going on there. Place a little bit more colour if you have to. So we're going to go in with the wing liner. This is the Zoeva 317 angle brush with the Maybelline Blackest Black gel liner. I only just discovered this brush and it is the best eyeliner brush that I have ever used. It's got such a fierce angle on it, so it just really lays onto the skin, and if you have a bit more of a mature eyelid like myself, it really does make it that little bit easier to get a crisper line. Just clean up with a little bit of makeup remover on a cotton tip. Alright, so we are going back in with that warm transition shade again, and we're just going to buff that line out just a little bit more. I felt it was just a little bit patchy there. So for mascara, we've got the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Sorry, you can't actually read the label on that one. Didn't focus for me. Just push that right into the eyelashes. Nice little wiggle. And for lashes, we've got the iconic lashes in this style Bombshell with the duo glue. Don't worry guys, the glue does dry clear, so there's no need to panic. And for foundation, this is the Morphe M439 brush and the Giorgio Armani Lasting Silk foundation, which is really nice on oily skin. And we're just going to buff that right in. Now, if you use a synthetic brush, it is a lot easier to buff the foundation into your pores, and therefore they become far less visible and much more blurred. You really want to work it into the skin. Right up to the hairline, over the ears. You can see me really pushing it into the pores there. You're going to get a much better finish if you do that. You know, you can always go back in with a little bit more foundation if you feel like you've buffed it off, but yeah, you can never buff it too much. It'll also sit and look a lot more natural on your skin. So for concealer, we're going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, just to cover up those dark circles. Down the bridge of the nose, a little bit onto the forehead there. Any redness. So I'm just bouncing that into the skin with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Beauty Sponge. It is a little bit damp. I'm just pushing that right into the skin and blending that through the foundation. We're going to set the under eye area with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow. And this is the Morphe E53 powder brush. Just gets nicely under the eye. I'm just patting that in so as to not cause any streakiness. So for powder, we're going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Compact and then number 3 with the Morphe E41 powder brush. And for contour, we are using the Morphe M527 brush and that middle contour shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, the same one that we set the under eye area with. We're just going to do a very light contour, nothing too drastic because we don't want to take away from the eye look. We also don't want to look like we've got mud on our face either. This foundation did come up slightly yellow looking on camera. It did look a lot more closer to my skin tone in real life. However, I'm still having a few teething problems with my camera and lighting, so bear with me. Just buffing that through the hairline, around the face. And for the highlight, we're going to use this. It's got a satin slight sheen to it. Like I said, this look is not about sparkling to the high heavens. With the Real Techniques multi-purpose brush, we're applying the Guerlain Terracotta Light Blush Bronzer combination in the number 4 Sun Blonde. Just buffing that over the cheeks, it's nothing too dramatic. And then we're using the Lancome kohl eyeliner pencil just to line the inner rim of our eyes. We don't want them to be too top heavy, so we're just going to connect them up. This is tight lining that top. Then we're going to go and smoke out that bottom lash line. Again with the Q&A number 11 brush, the same one I used to apply the eyeliner on the eyelid. I'm not bringing that all the way in, because I don't want it to close off my eye too much. And then we're just going to pop that same highlight shade onto the brow bone. That's from the Anastasia contour palette. Got a really nice sheen to it. Just because it's not an eyeshadow doesn't mean you can't use it for one. Worked for me. I'm just going to pop that also into the inner corners just to open those up a little bit more and clean that eyeshadow up just a tiny bit. Now for the bottom lash line, this is the Lancome Doll Eyes mascara. And for lips, we're going in with the Bite Beauty Buttercream lipstick in the shade Caramel. These are really, really, really smooth. They're shaped like that because the wax seal that normally shapes lipstick, they've found a way to do that to make it much creamier and moisturising. So I'm just going to go in with that powder to define the brows, just trying to keep the products to a minimum. Just show how you can really use whatever you want, wherever you want. Rules were made to be broken. As long as it's a matte colour, this wouldn't be putting shimmer into your eyebrows. We're just defining those a little bit. And there we have it, guys. That's the last step. Alright guys, so here's the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed that one today. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. See you later.